today our guest is going to be Max Woods. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Max Woods. I'm from Flower Mound, Texas. I'm an artist, tattoo artist. I do printmaking, make t-shirts. You know, I love art.
Okay. So where did your artistic journey begin? Like, where did it all start?
So I started like drawing whenever I was in like 5th grade. It started off just me like copying out of like manga books. Like I was just like practicing, you know, and then from there, I realized that art was something that I could like really do, like I could make a life out of it, you know, like I didn't realize that, you know, there were jobs and like the fact that like I could actually support myself financially through art. And I realized that in like middle school or high school once I started to get like really passionate. But yeah, I started at a pretty young age. Like I've always like loved drawing and coloring.
Did you have any like favorite books that you liked copying out of or anything?
I would copy out of like Death Note. Just like any manga I had, I'd go to the library a lot and like just like pick out books and just copy whatever I could pretty much just to like get my drawing skills down.
It's like muscle memory.
Yeah.
But okay, so you said as you continued on from copying from the books, you started to notice that you could actually make a living and actually do something with art. When did you first start to like realize that?
So it started with copying stuff, and then I started like drawing my own stuff. And then the more I got comfortable with that, like the more I realized like this is something like that I could actually like do like with my life. Like I don't know why whenever I was younger I never like considered art to be like something that you can make a living off of, but like as I got older and like discovered like my capabilities, I realized that like I have the ability to like do this for a living and like actually like impact the world with some art, you know.
Exactly. So speaking of art, what mediums do you work in?
So I like to paint. I work a lot with like watercolors. I like to use ink a lot. Because tattooing, you're using ink basically, just you're drawing with needles on the skin with ink. So I use ink a lot, like whenever I'm drawing, just because it comes naturally, you know. Like I don't know why, I've just always really gravitated towards like really permanent mediums, and I think like tattooing is like the most permanent medium ever, you know. Like,
why do you think you gravitate towards permanent medium? Do you just like?
I just like really like the directness of like the mark making you can use with like really permanent mediums, just because like. I don't know, like with painting and stuff, you can really go back and like revise stuff and like your original intention can't always like be interpreted, but like whenever you're using ink and stuff, it's really direct. Like whatever you're like wanting to put down, like it's immediate, you know, like there's not much room for like having to like change stuff. And like, I love painting, don't get me wrong. Like I love the fact that you can like go back into it and like rework stuff, but like there's something that's like really beautiful about just doing something once and it just like being there, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. So what ideas do you like to like cover? Like what do you like to like think about when
So I'm really inspired by my dreams. Like I have some like pretty fucking weird dreams, and I'll usually like whenever I wake up from a dream like that, like I'll write it down just because like it's a good narrative, you know, like that's a good story. Like you gotta use the stuff in here to like, you know, drive your passion, you know.
Exactly. So progressing on with your artistic career, what do you want to do with yourself? Like what is like your end game? What would be like what your like goals would be?
Yeah, so my professional goals, I really want to open up a tattoo studio one day. That's like my end goal. Like, of course I want to work in a shop, get that experience, you know, like learn from the best. But at some point, I want to be that mentor. Like, I want to be that person that like people look up to and they like can come to me for like, hey, like, how do I draw this? Like, how do I do this? Like, I just want to have a creative space for individuals that are on the same wave as me. And we can like collaborate and, you know, just have like a good like creative space to where like the studio feels like a home, you know?
Exactly. Where'd you get the inspiration from that? That was just like always been your goal? Like, did it just like come about?
So I think just like spending time in other like studios and tattoo shops, like I just like love the vibe of like the camaraderie and like just like the general understanding that like we're all creative individuals and like we're here to help each other. Like we're here to like make each other better, you know? Like I really see myself just like being surrounded by, because like currently, like in high school, that's what I did. Like I surrounded myself with creative individuals. So like in my professional career, like that's what I plan on doing too, just because like I know it's going to motivate me and make me a better artist. And I would hope that some of the knowledge that I've gained over the years, like I could maybe pass down on to other people just the way people do onto me.
Exactly. So ending off your interview, what would be your closing statements? What would you want to leave the people with?
I would just say, if you have like any passion whatsoever, if you like think about art at all, like make it, you know, like there's nothing stopping you. Like we have such a limited amount of time, like just pursue your passions, because like that's what's ultimately going to be most beneficial for you and like make your life the most fulfilling, you know?
Exactly.
So I would just say, if there's anyone out there that is interested in art, just pursue it, you know? Make your dreams a reality, why not?
Exactly. So this was the Creative Experience. This is Max Woods. Thank you guys for watching.